Yo, what's good, fam? Man, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy TYT, and you're on OMG is TYT, y'all. So this is another edition of Digging in my collection, y'all. So today I'm going to be covering another set that I have. So now when I'm talking about a set, I'm really talking about when I have the tape, CD, and record. My fault, y'all. Like, I was just up in there listening to records and stuff in my loft because I just I bought some speakers at Goodwill, and I set my system back up in my loft and stuff because I have one in here. But, I spend most of my time in a loft or in my bedroom. And I took the one out of my bedroom and put it in a loft and just put something else in the loft. Put something else in my bedroom for now. So I was just doing all that switching around and stuff. But, so I'm just a little out of it, man. But I just forced myself to still put out this video. Because I've been putting it off for so long, man. Now, the project I'm going to talk about today, or the album that I'm talking about today, is none other than EpMD, Strictly Business. Now, let me know if you can tell a difference in the quality of this video versus my other ones, because I'm actually using my good vlog, the one that I use for my main vlog. So let me know if you guys can tell a difference in the sound and even the quality in the video. Okay, but EpMD, Strictly Business, guys. Now, when I'm talking about, when I say classic, this is what I'm talking about when we talk about classics, guys. Now, this album, it came out in 87, 88. I was in 4th, 5th grade. I can remember it like it was yesterday. It was yesterday. This is the soundtrack to 88 right here. In the hoods of Chicago, first of all, 1988 was like, I would say, like one of the big booms in like the crack era. So, the people, the hustlers and stuff like that, they had all nice cars and stuff like that. You would always hear that EpMD bumping out of there. Doo-dum, 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 doo-dum. And that's You're a Customer. Yeah, man. But this album here, man, is just classic. It's just classic. It has hit after hit after hit after hit on it. It has a hit after hit after hit after hit after hit on it. Now, the title track, Strictly Business, was like one of the biggest singles on here. Had they had like 3 songs on here that had videos to it, but everybody was singing that I shot the sheriff. You know what I'm saying? That's a sample from Bob Marley. But so that song, but then they got You Got to Chill. So What You Saying? No, not So What You Saying, but You Got to Chill, You're a Customer, Because I'm Housing. Man, so it had so many songs on here. Get Off the Bandwagon. That This album, man, I'm telling you, like, the beats on it, man, is just dope. Just thinking about like the songs, like, and they just come back just like that, But then they visit the story of Jane in a few of their albums. So Jane originated on here. But like one of the songs that I always sung back in the day was that Steve Martin. You know, at the end, that one part it goes, "Get 'em, Steve, get 'em, Steve, get 'em, Steve, get 'em, Steve." Man, this just takes me back to 5th grade. So I was like in 4th, 5th grade when this album came out. But that's what it is. That's the thing about music, man. Like when you start listening to older music, it just takes you back to the time when it was out. You know, when it first came out, like and where you were. You know, it just reminds me, like every time I think about that, I just think about the De La Soul album, Stakes is High, when it says, when I first heard Criminal Minded. You know, it's the intro to it, you know, and then everybody's telling the story about where they were when they first heard Criminal Minded. So, that's kind of the same type of nostalgia when it comes to this album. I could tell you where I was, like how it was, you know. Times were just so simple back then, guys. Times were just so much more simple back then. And I mean, 88 was the year, but I think it was one of the top albums of that year. So, you know, I got the record. My arm getting kind of tired, keep holding it up there like that, but this is the album I'm talking about, y'all. Okay, but then I got the CD. Like I always say, you know, the CD wasn't out when this album came out, so I don't know if I got the OG or what, but I got the CD. But then I got the tape too, y'all. So that completes the set. That completes the set of EpMD Strictly Business. One of my favorite albums from back in the day. Man, I got stories for days on this album. I remember we used to have this computer class, and the lady, she would have me come in early in the morning and turn on all the computers and stuff before school. But man, you know, being the mischievous kids that we are, you know, they had these tapes. They had these tapes that you would listen to and, you know, tell you stories and it was like learning tapes. But I mean, I would take the tapes and just record over the tapes, you know, it'd be music on there. So, you know, we'd be in that class, and she think we listening to that stuff, but we listening to this, you know, just recorded over those tapes. Crazy, man. Back in the day, the stuff that we used to do as kids, man, if I ever found out my kids were doing some stuff like that, I would kill them. Man, it's just crazy. But man, that's gonna be the end of the video, y'all. I mean, I appreciate y'all checking me out. You know, I hope you liked the video. If you did, leave me a like, y'all, and subscribe to the channel. I always get so stoked on completing my collections, y'all. Another edition of it. Audi 5000.